All right, here's my tattoo flash. I put it on top of a light tracer, okay? These are going to be on that middle table with all of your stuff. So you might have to share them. I know there's a light table also in the back with some paint on it, so you can always go adventuring, okay? So this is where you kind of get to decide how you're going to place some of these different images onto your sheet. Now, like I said, this is going to be really hard to see. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's not great, but I still can see it really well just from my eye, okay? So the camera's just not recording it very well, okay? So you can actually just take, let's try it with the Bristol paper, how about? You can see how this might be an issue. But I definitely want to do some watercolor. So if I use this Bristol paper, oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. I'm going to move this up so you guys can see it a little better. And I'm just going to place this Pure Hell right in the corner, okay? And this is where you can start tracing stuff on. I'm just going to trace it on with a regular pencil to start with. I wouldn't press super hard unless you were like really confident. I'm pressing hard right now just so you guys can see what I'm doing. I think this is going to be really fun because you kind of get to choose where you're putting stuff and you get to make some decisions. So if you actually mess something up, it's totally okay. You can erase it, you can trace it differently. It's totally fine. But I'm going to start tracing that stuff on. Okay, so now that I have one thing traced on, this is where you can actually find some of your other stuff. And like what if we turned this and I put the 2020 toilet paper like next to this? What if I made that bigger? That'd be really cool if it was a lot bigger, right? So this is where you might have to like, oh, maybe I should redraw that on a separate sheet of paper and then make it bigger so that it fills up more space. Because remember, you only need 5 tattoos total on this sheet. You guys can definitely do more, but I want to make sure that as you guys are placing these, you can see like, okay, maybe I could actually tuck 2020 like right next to that bottle right there. Okay, that could actually be pretty cool. This is so hard and trippy to see. I'm super sorry. All right, so I did some more drawing, and right now I technically have 5 tattoos that are totally done. So I made my dumpster fire a lot bigger. I think that looks a lot cuter. I also came up with this like nope, which there was a lot of situations this year that I said nope to. I also created this cute little mask that says ugh, which is basically how we all feel about masks, right? I feel like everything's spaced out really well. However, I still have more paper to fill. So this is something that you might want to think about planning on your sketch sheet before you actually start doing this. So I think I messed up a little bit on that, okay? So now I need to come up with some other things to actually fill this space in. Another thing I want you guys to think about is as you're filling these, I came up with a few more. Help me. And then RIP for Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, dude. Okay. Think about like filling these little spaces with little things or phrases that people could get tattooed. Think about like things that would work for like a finger tattoo. Okay. Usually they're very small, very simple. They're not hard to make. I was thinking of doing just like little diamonds that would actually fill in the space. Just kind of helps people to see like, oh, I could get something very little and that could be really cool. Because even a little tattoo like this, you guys, you're going to charge $50. Okay. So something little like that is even going to be a moneymaker. Okay. So think about little things too.